Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B-Farm. Thinking, right? Out here in the lab. Oh, I'm still in the book. Yeah, I spend a lot of time out here, but I enjoy doing what I do for you, so let's go. I got something nice for you today. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice this. Whoa. Right thinking philosophy, way of life, practice daily, discipline will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka to know thyself. My bad. In other words, my mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through? That's what I do. All right? Now, a person is rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer yourself, tune in, I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my yacht be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about, this is classic. The Lotus, okay? AKA coming forth by day. I'm gonna show you a picture, and you're gonna see two pictures side by side. They saying the same thing. One is from Egypt and one is from India, and they express the same thing differently. Perfect example. But I finished my last lesson off. I got this last part of when I would give you a lesson about Heru and words of prayer. Break it down, last one. Prayer may be uttered at any time. You can pray at any time. And it should be reflected upon, and like the Heru, words of power, it should be thoroughly understood before you use them. Before you start uttering the word, give it a good thought so you know what you're saying. They are especially effective at the beginning and the end of the Heru, repetition, doing meditation, allowing your mind to make a smooth transition from where? Between states of relative and absolute reality, in the same way as a practitioner of Indian Vedantic philosophy may greet someone with their mantra in India, Tat Sat. Tat Sat. Now, if you're the Muslim, you would say, Assalamu alaikum. Okay? A brother, what's up? If you're an Egyptian practitioner, you might use, I would say, Hotep. That means supreme peace. Also, a powerful reminder to oneself of what one's true nature, and that he or she will be addressed accordingly. The word that you offer, the prayer that you ask for, will be dealt with according to the work and deeds that you put in. Sound about right? You reap what you sow, that's karma. That's the lesson. I messed up. I left that out in my last lesson. Now let's get into Lotus. The lotus flower, I showed you before. Okay, this is the two pictures right here. Now, I've been doing the lotus flower for a long time. I've been talking about the lotus flower for a long time. But I gotta tell you, I just got a whole new revelation. It hit me like a left hook, knocked me for a loop, so to speak. Let's talk about the lotus. The lotus flower, I tell you, it grows in the funkiest. It's in the hood. The lotus flower is us in the hood, okay? Nothing to speak of, nothing good. But guess what? When we aspire for God, we turn our life over to God, become different people, we open up, okay? That's coming forth by day. Blossom into what? Knowledge of self. I just got that just came to me. I'm like, okay, let's see if I can put this together for you as we go along. I try to break it down because it's right here. All right, let's go. On the left hand, I showed you, there's two pictures saying the same thing but differently. You got Heru. Well, in the Menphite theology, that's Nefertiti, okay? The beautiful one. His father is Ptah, his mother is Sekhmet. So he's a royal family. But here, we're going to use him as Heru to make a point about the lotus flower coming forth by day. He's sitting on the lotus flower. The lotus flower grows out of the noon. What's this? I love it. It says, Heru sitting on top of the lotus and the primeval waters. That's under him, that little block right there. That's the sign for the noon. Right here. This is the lotus flower. It comes up. When the sun come out, it opens up. When the sun go down, it shuts down, okay? And dirt, dust, don't touch it. It got special coating under that. The dirt, don't touch it, all right? That's God's hand. That's the concept they use. It's perfect because this is the noon right here. But this is India. This is they God. And he's sitting on what? The lotus flower. Same concept. I'll break it down for you. 1 second. I got you. I want you to see it. So now when I'm talking about it, you get a good visual. I like to show what I'm talking about so you have an understanding. I just showed you to the left. That was Heru. On the right, it says Krishna. Just like Heru, just like Jesus, Buddha, he was one of the Indian saviors. Okay, son of God. Okay, he's a god. Krishna of India on the lotus, also known as, Purusha or Brahma. Again, the male aspect of energy. Okay, just like Heru, a spirit. He's the male aspect. Okay, Inga, Pingala, all that good stuff. That's all Indian philosophy. We had ours, they had yours. Okay, right there. So now, in our Kemet symbol of the lotus encompasses the idea, watch this, of coming forth into the light. As the lotus retreats into the water at dusk, it shuts down and emerges into light at day. So too, you the human merges with the light in the day, and so too you the human, spirit, your spirit should blossom as it emerges from what? From the darkness of the ignorance. That's darkness. You want to come out of there. You don't want to stay in darkness. About the nature of its true self, not knowing, into what? The light of wisdom and knowledge of yourself. The Egyptian number assignment for the lotus flower is 1,000. Watch this. That's what the Egyptians say. The lotus flower, the idea symbol for 1,000. Now, it is notable, if you follow me with the chakras, you should know where I'm going with this. Why? Because the 7th chakra on the chakra system, the purple, is considered the 1,000 lotus petals. So they have something in common. And you think that's by accident, but watch this. They both symbolically mean the same thing. Watch this. So it is notable that in the Indian Kundalini yoga system, I gave you that breakdown, the lotus is the symbol of the 7th energy consciousness chakra. Boy, I'm good at this thing. Which is said to have 1,000 petals. The 1,000 petals, now, here's when it gets good, symbolizes that the countless number of subtle channels which connect the human being with the universe, that's your inner workings. As above, so below. It's all working inside you. I done broke down the zodiac for you like that. I done bring every way I could to break it down for you. But they tell you here, your circular shape of the lotus leaves and C also denotes that the idea of eternity, infinity, and immortality, that is our inner godly nature. The spirit that's inside all of us is the same, and that's what it represents. Now, in India, the mystical implications of the lotus flower is espoused by who? Paramahansa, Uganda. In autobiography of the yoga, in this, he said, the lotus flower is an ancient divine symbol in India, as it was in Egypt. It enfolds petals suggests the expansion of one's soul. Love it. The growth of its beauty from the mud and the muck and the mire, its origins holds a benign spiritual promise. Out of the worst thing can come the best. Okay, that's the concept. Moving on. Now, on the previous page, I showed you Heru sitting on top of the lotus with the flare in one hand, signifying that the lotus has risen. He come enlightened above the marshy slime to partake what? In the light of life of the sun. So too, they who sit upon the lotus, they too have risen above their lower animal nature and the fetters that come with that in time and space and matter. They reach their enlightenment while still in the physical form. They are beyond change, beyond death. Ding, 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 ding. As you walk through the valley of evil, that means you walk the earth. You don't fear death. Why? You got God with you. You can't die. That's why. But y'all don't see it that way in the Bible. Y'all talk about, oh, it's not. No, I'm just bringing it down for you. Not y'all way, the way I understand it. So it may not be what y'all say. I'm just making it make sense. Moving on. Where you at? So, okay. Okay, promise, spiritual promise. Benign spiritual promise. When you do this, when you go up, you raise to God, you will be rewarded. Live right, do right, think right, act right. You'll be rewarded with what? Blessings that only you know you need and only He know you need. It's personal. He ain't got time to worry about everybody's needs. He get one individual get him, y'all work it out. Moving on. I say it's 9 billion people on the earth. That means it's 9 billion ways to get to God because every individual has a right to get to God. That's the lotus flower concept. Okay? Not the rich and famous. No, the worst, the bad, the bad. We can still get to God. So, I was born with bad. That don't mean nothing. The rich people, when their life is over here, their money means nothing. Moving on. So don't count that as a prize. On the previous page, I did that. Okay, where we at? Okay, here we go. You have risen. Okay, that means you have risen above the time and space. And there are, you beyond change. Okay, I did that. Now, the God Himself is seated alone. I tell you, the only one thing in existence is God. Everything else comes in a pair. Understand that. Alone, above any such dominion or energy. This is the circle. This is God. He circumscribes Himself and everything in there is of Him. Moving on. And the energy, August and the holy field abundantly, remaining where? In Himself without change, as the figure of the one sitting is intended to signify. Let me go back over that again, see if I can get it right for you. The God Himself is seated alone, above any such dominion or energy, august and holy, filled abundantly, and remaining in Himself. He can add a billion, we got trillions of people, billions of people on earth. He's done that and He didn't lose nothing, okay, without change. He can add more life, take away life, and don't lose nothing or add nothing. He's a bad man. Now, as that figure of the one sitting is intended to signify, He is and always will be what? The one. Now, God, this is the philosophy of the Indian concept. No, this is the Egyptians. God created the universe, time and space, and gives Himself to them. How or why? In order that life may exist. Spirit, energy, and vibration. Energy, frequency, and vibration. You need the spirit. To start anything, you need spirit. After spirit, you got conscious to know what you're doing. That's God in His rawest form. Now, when He starts to create, He starts to manifest out of Himself. So everything after that is from Him and of Him. And not long ago, what? But at every moment, God is in control of creation, sustaining it. Creation is a continuous process. It's a life. It's a living entity that goes on at every moment due to the energy that's provided by who? God Himself. the sustainer of all things in creation. Just get it, breakdown. However, when you hear however, get comfortable, brace yourself. God is above any creation or energy. He sits atop of it, unchanged and full beyond either existence or non-existence. God is both, neither, and at the same time. Hope you can understand that. I did that crap. I'm tired of going over it. We done did it a couple of times. And images, right here, graven image of God. Thou shalt make no, God didn't say that. God wants you to know him. So he give you science and philosophy, mythology, allegorical story to use to get to know him. And when you follow the instruction or the philosophy I give you, you will God make his presence known to you and you only. Moving on. I know that for a fact. Okay. Now, images are tools. Again, understand this. To what? Help us to understand the wonder and the majesty that is God. But only God knows God and God's true essence. He's in his creation. Our memory of who we are has been wiped. We become human. We don't know our spiritual knowledge. We have none. So you have to gain what? Knowledge of self. The true self. God knowledge. Spiritual knowledge. And becoming what? One with God to what? To know God. That's what they tell you. So therefore, I'm breaking it down very quick. Therefore, in order to see God in God's essence, he's not physical. Stop with I'm an image of God. In spirit, no, I'm not. We must ascend to our godly nature. What that means? Living right, practicing right thinking philosophy, or Christian philosophy, Muslim, don't care. But whatever you practice, put in your good work and it'll happen for you. That's what they mean. Turn that good religious concept, whatever flick out confidence you got, live it and it will happen for you. Don't make a difference. Why? Because the godly nature of us is Heru or Aset. And by developing these qualities within ourselves, in essence, we must consciously, listen to me. We must consciously, you have to become one with God. My goal is to get you to understand that fact and implement that philosophy to use and become one with God for yourself. I can't get you there no better than explain to you how to get there. The rest is on you. God, in order to truly know God, you have to become God. That means all those ignorant people who believe in God ain't even in the ballpark. So I just said, but I don't care what you believe, don't care. It's how you live. So an atheist who lives right will be blessed. Why? God don't care about him not believing in him. The work he's doing is pleasing, he get what he deserves. Same token, he ain't got to believe in him to get karma dealt with him either. So again, God ain't got to play back and forth these little games. It's a simple fact. He take care of those. He magnify those who magnify him within themselves. Not running around, I know God, I believe in God. Oh yeah, Lord, I'm speaking tongues, all that nonsense. I just saw my man, neurologist, he says, people go around saying, I'm spiritual, I ain't religious. But they both the same thing. And I understand why, because he said, for religious people to have that spiritual experience for themselves, that makes them spiritual. Okay? Spiritual people already had it. They don't need the religion, but they have it, so they don't claim to be religious. They claim to be spiritual. And that's true on both sides. He broke it down and made it real plain, and I understood it. Why? That's what it is. If you're a Christian and you're living right, you're going to be blessed. If you're Muslim, you're living right, you're going to be blessed. You're a right thinker, you're living right, yep, you're going to be blessed. So where's the problem? Where's the problem? Ain't nothing, no religion. It's in the action. That's my point. And once we can understand that, we have better action throughout society, and we'll see a change in us as a people. Moving on. I went a little far, but my concept. Every individual is responsible for him or herself to reaching God. Simple. Wrapping it up. To know God, men and women must go beyond thinking into the realm of what? Intuition. It had to be intuitive. You have to just have it. And you do, just gotta have to pull it out. Through what? Listening to the teachings of right thinking, reflecting on them daily, and making your mind still. How? Through daily meditation on the teachings. That's how you can know God for yourself. That's how you become God-like for yourself. That's the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Didn't take long to get that one out the way, but I had to get it out. Remember, the lotus flower is you coming from darkness of ignorance into the light. Okay? In the book of the dead, that's what it's telling you. In the book of the dead, they call it the book of the dead because they got it from dead people. The message in the book was how to come forth by day. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never know that my right thinkers have passed away. I'll be right back with, guess what? The eye of Ra and the eye of Heru. Me and you. I'm out.